This is Austin St. John, and you are watching That Hashtag Show. You better pay attention.
All right. Hey guys, it's Jesuit with That Hashtag Show. Welcome to Morphin Monday. And here we are with O Laskey, who played young Rocky in Power Rangers. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing phantasmagoric. How are you doing?
Phantasmagoric, that's perfect. This is actually your first Power Morphicon.
Yeah. This is not only my first Power Morphicon, this is also my first Comic-Con ever. I'm a complete virgin, guys, so go gentle, be easy.
Okay, we're gonna take it a little slow. We're gonna make sure that you feel comfortable before we go on with this.
Look me in the eye the entire time.
You know. Well, obviously the turnout has been great for you here. I mean, people are really interested to see that you're still suiting up and you're still excited about the fandom. The show has been going on for 25 plus years. How does it feel to be part of like a legacy like that, you know?
You know, it's amazing to not only be part of the legacy itself, but to be part of it so early. I think one of the unique positions that I was in was that I was one of the kids that the television show was marketed to, and I was also on the show. So just to be on the show was just like, I don't know, it's the weight of it all, being in that command center while you were watching it. It was beautiful, and to see it still going super strong now. People lining up to say hi and shake our hands, give us high fives, man. I mean, this is something that I did, God, what, 20 years ago?
And no, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me.
And everybody loved, and everybody's just so supportive. It's so cool.
When I saw you on that episode, we were about the same age. I was like, man, if that guy can be a Power Ranger, maybe I can be a Power Ranger. And that mullet, man, that mullet was sick. You need to bring that back.
That mullet can bench like 315 easy. I mean, can we do like a mullet ranger? Maybe I should just go back on.
Just like have the helmet and the mullet just kind of sticking out, you know?
I do that. Cool. In fact, that's how I'll get back on the show. I want to be the mullet ranger. I don't know what color he is, but he definitely has the drapey mane.
Yeah, nice. When auditioning for the show, did you know it was going to be Power Rangers, or was it just like an unnamed project and then you just turned into Power Rangers?
So it was pretty secretive at first, and they didn't even give you really any sides. They had you do like kind of like a sort of like a base time monologue that you just get from any like standard acting monologue book. So we had an idea that it was a big show, but we also at that point when we were first auditioning didn't realize the switch over between like someone like Austin St. John and Steve Cardenas. So somebody told me that it was Power Rangers, but it said Rocky the Red Ranger, and I was like, this isn't the same thing. Somebody's lying about this. Yeah. And then we get on set to find out before everyone else that they had shifted powers and shifted actors. And the same thing happened with JDF as the White Ranger. We filmed that whole thing in the sort of cliffhanger interlude of finding out who the White Ranger was. So that's why there's no like pictures of that season. All the backstage stuff was kept super secret. Everything had so much of an embargo on it because you see, you know, little Tommy running around in a white shirt. It's gonna give it away in a second, right?
Exactly. The most impressive thing about that, though, actually, is that when they casted the younger versions of the cast, you guys really look like the younger versions of that cast.
Yeah, I mean, I locked it up. Steve and I were just joking. I haven't seen Steve in years, but like we were just joking about, hey, it's like looking in a mirror. He's like, except for like 15 years earlier. I was like, don't worry about it, Steve. You're still better looking than me. So,
there's some behind the scenes stuff. I don't know if you know any. Was there a reason for them casting a younger version of the Power Ranger cast? Did the original cast need like a break? Like, oh, we're burnt out. Can we create some fun storyline for it?
I think that there's a lot of like rumors and speculation as to why. Obviously, being a 12-year-old on set, it's not like they sit down and explain things to you, right? But a lot of people talked about the fact that perhaps the Power Ranger movie was being shot during that time, but they still needed to get their prescribed amount of episodes out. So what they did is they just shrunk everybody down, then the rest of them went to Australia to film the movie. I tend to think that it's probably more along the lines of just them wanting to capture that child demographic. JDF, Steve Cardenas, they were all on the set relatively frequently. They came by, said hi, supported us and everything like that. So I think that's all it was, really. It's just to look for the same reason Justin was a young Ranger as well, right? They wanted to appeal to the kids that were watching the show.
And you've also been on Three Ninjas. that was a reboot, right? It was a reboot from
No,
the
Three
original.
Ninjas was a continuation of the entire legacy.
Really?
Yeah, so there was a trilogy cult, and then there was me, they called the new cult.
Yeah.
And that was the fourth movie with Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Lonnie Anderson, the late great Jim Varney. You know, Ernest Goes to Halloween is still my favorite Halloween movie.
That was a great one.
Ernest Scared Stupid. That's
Really?
what it is.
And you weren't Rocky on that one. You were Cole.
Yeah. So if that's not confusing enough,
Yeah,
I was
it's
Colt.
It's a little confusing. Now, how well do you think you know your season? Your Power Ranger
Do
season.
I know my
How
Power
well
Ranger
do you know your
season?
Power Ranger season?
Shoot. I mean, on a scale from 1 to 10, I don't know. Let's see. What do you got going?
All right, we're gonna give you a little quiz.
All
We'll
right,
see how it
let's
goes.
see what's happening.
What was
Loosen
your?
up real quick.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Okay, here you go. Let's get. Oh, all right.
All right, I think I'm good.
All right, cool. What was your character's last name?
Dos Santos.
Nice. What fictional city did your season take place in?
Angel Grove.
Perfect. Your henchmen on the show. What were they called?
Ooh, there was a lot of henchmen on my show.
Oh yeah, there is actually. Name one of them. We'll give it, and then we'll
Lord Zed.
All right. Or henchmen.
Henchmen.
So,
What do you mean?
So for the original series, it was buddies.
Oh, we did putties too,
yeah?
but we also had those birds.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the birds' names were though.
And if you could assemble a superstar team of Power Rangers not from your season, I don't know if you kept up with the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Which Power Rangers would you put on your team and why?
I think when it comes to building the perfect Power Ranger team, it's not necessarily about characters that you like or powers that you like or suits that you think are cool. It's the whole team is about the bringing together the certain dynamics of personality types, right? And that's why I think that first team is so legendary, right? You had a strong leader, you had the guy with the wisdom, you had the girl with the gymnastics abilities. I mean, my perfect team is that very first one.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with that
Yeah.
team, you know. Did you see the movie from 2017?
I did, yeah.
What'd you think about it?
I thought the movie was fun. It was a lot of fun to reboot the entire thing and perhaps make it for a new generation of younger kids. And while, satisfying the fandom that we have today. I'm a consummate martial artist. I grew up on martial arts movies, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, all that stuff. So if you want, my only critique of that film was that it needed to have more martial arts. That's the only thing I didn't like about it.
You need to get on the creative team on that. A little bit of the choreography.
Yeah, guys, we need to start kicking and punching some stuff. Once they morphed and they started hitting those putties, I was like, this is it, and then it ended pretty quickly.
We had to wait 2 hours for it, and then it was like 30 minutes. So you kept up pretty well with martial arts. I see you got an MMA picture back there.
I've
still doing that?
been doing martial arts since before Power Rangers. It was my first love, and it'll probably be my last love. I went on to, if you look at the span of the scope of my acting career, you'll find that pretty much everything I've ever done has something to do with martial arts in it. It's usually how I got gigs.
Yeah, there you go.
And then after that, I studied Jeet Kune Do and Kali under Ron Balicki, Bruce Lee, late great Dan Inosanto, all of that jazz. And then went into mixed martial arts, and I became a 5-time champion fighter and #1 fighter in the welterweight and lightweight division in the state of Utah.
That's a tough job, man.
I mean, if you gotta like getting hit, or at least trying not to get hit, right?
Yeah. What future projects can we look forward to seeing you in now? Or where can we find you?
Social media-wise, I'm all over that stuff. I'm usually doing fun videos on weapons and historical weapons and antique collections. One of my hobbies and passions right now is I like to find historic weapons on consignment, so people will often hire me to find specific weapons. Recently found a Cuban machete from the Spanish-American War. It's over 200 years old for a Cuban family. Recently found a whip from the early 90s, a nylon 6-foot cattle whip, one of the originals of that line, more Oberongs and stuff. So if you follow me on Instagram, you follow me on social media, you'll find a lot of that historic weaponry. We're moving on to other stuff in television and entertainment based around that stuff. We have some weapons competitions coming up. We have some Travel Channel type style stuff coming up. So basically, I mean, more of the same martial arts stuff, but...
But so far, you enjoyed your time here at Power Morphin. Do you think you're going to be doing more of these?
I had so much fun, and it's such a blast. I think I definitely want to try a few more. It might just come down to the reason why it's so fun is because it's my first one and everybody's excited to see me. And, 6 down the line, they're just like, it's that guy again. Who cares? But
I think you'll find a love for it, and the fans love seeing you guys.
Oh, good, thank you.
One really amazing thing is we get your whole cast back together. That would be
pretty
so
amazing.
cool.
That would be a hard feat. I mean, it'd take a private eye, a private detective, probably suss all of them out of hiding.
Have you kept in touch with any of them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't talk to them on a very regular occasion. Obviously, we grow up, we get married, we have kids. There are other priorities, right? But I know the young White Ranger is proud of his position as a principal of a high school.
Nice.
You know, he's influencing kids in a different way, a different positive way.
Which is important.
Very important.
Education. I cannot stress how much education should be important to our nation.
Absolutely. I own martial arts school. I run a kids kickboxing program, and influencing kids is perhaps the best thing you can do. And I love taking what I did as a kid from Power Rangers and translating that into a new generation of kids.
Man, well, thank you so much for meeting with us. I hope to see you at more cons. Later on we might, interview you again. We might have a little fun game that you could play.
That sounds awesome, and trust me, the pleasure's all mine. I'm selfish. I keep it for myself.
All right, thank you guys. That's it for Morphin Monday. Be sure to check back with us again, and